Hello everyone, I am Tacit, and welcome to the Gems of War Campaign 10, Week 5, Week 1, Day 5, Week 1, Day 5. So today, of course, we covered a video on it earlier today as well. We have the raid event going on. We'll most likely just be using good old standard Mang to go kill out all these. Pretty much the team we expected to use from the beginning, but we did cover a few in the other videos, but that's not the mode I want. Wrong one. Too many modes going on. Actually, we have the 100th Guild War going on next week. Just a few more days until the 100th Guild War for Gems of War. So that's going to be pretty big. But anyways, finally going to upgrade our Weaver too. We'll probably do that on Monday night. Anyways, so it's going to be going with a pretty standard Mang team. Mang into Queen, or, you know, to the raid boss and to the support options. One thing that's pretty nice is Queen Isabel does damage based on your attack. And Mang gains like infinite attack, so you'll do infinite damage, so that's pretty convenient. And it's pretty much the game plan for this. I believe I'm running on 20% into 8 magic, which is that even correct? Technically that's wrong with this team. Would we want pure magic? We'd either want pure magic or season. I guess pure magic's fine. Let's go with pure magic, because you actually don't need the 20%, as everything on this team is benefiting from half mana start in one way or another. Oddly enough, our hero is getting it from its hero class, but everything else is getting it from being a knight due to Sir Quentin Hadley off the 50% knight mana start. So our whole team's getting 50% mana start then. Anyways, it should be good to go. So hope all you've been having a wonderful weekend. Finally the weekend. It's finally Friday. Hello Genki, hello Roman, hello Isabel. Hello, hello Gimli. Hello Bill Warhammer, hello everyone else. Welcome, welcome, welcome. So let's go and we'll take some brown for now. Get that rolling. Throw a Mang on you. One shot everything else. Be good to go. So do that, boom, poke. Do that, boom, poke. Do that, boom, double poke. And that should be a win. He'll poke us. And then we poke him back. Unfortunately, do not have a win condition on this board. I kind of think we would. But, nope. Oh, we could try for it off the sky. Didn't get it. Worth the shot. Worst comes to worst, we'll poke him with a Mang and he'll die out. Hello, Sushi Ninja. Welcome, welcome. Yeah, raid should be pretty easy this time around. We have some pretty decent options for it. Some kingdoms don't have the greatest of abilities, but having extra skull spam and that attack synergy, really, really strong option for raids. So we'll be one of the easier weeks for once, luckily. Not that raids is normally that hard, but definitely easier than normal. And a new weapon for it's not bad. It's usable, if nothing else. It's definitely usable. It's a barrier, it's barrier bless per cast while doing, like, you know, just standard buff, specifically to Sword's Edge. As far as the typing, it's not that good, because pure Sword's Edge, while it's pretty good for this event, it's not really a team you'd run too often, pure Sword's Edge. But, it's not bad. Like, barrier bless into it. Kind of solid, quite literally, because you actually become really tanky. Because Bless essentially cleanses you as well, so if you're entangled, frozen, or anything like that, it'll remove it from you. Plus make it harder for it to reapply, plus have a barrier for free if you didn't already have it on your hero through other means. But realistically, most things you would be using it on would already have a way to barrier, but an extra barrier still helps. I do not have a follow-up here. Hello, Logic Slayer. Hello, Tyrian. Welcome, welcome. Good luck with your errands. Which reminds me, I need to go food shopping at some point this weekend. Oh, so we'll take that over. Alright, we got a Vow Raven in play. Let's go get the Mang down. Grab a poke onto that. And we already won before we could even get the Raid Slayer down. It's always funny when that happens. Though also ideal. I might actually start with Queen Yaz. Which is a weird way to play it, but it does work. And the main reason for that is the mana gain and everything else. Though I probably shouldn't have done that due to enchant. We were already going to kind of get a decent amount of mana. Because now we're stuck with no mana, though it doesn't really matter if we already won. But yeah, this is the really annoying Zoogoth too. He actually creates 12 skulls. Every other Zoogoth in this mode does not actually create 12 skulls, except for this exact one that happens to. Which out of all the effects that they have is by far the hardest one to deal with. Though luckily the options we have is stronger than most weeks, so it's not really that noticeable. Because very rarely is actually getting it off. It's why I suggested for the cheaper team and agile team. Because if you get hit by a multiple skulls as a lower level player, you're pretty much just dead to his attack. But with agile, or specifically a 30% dodge tree off a hero, there is some chances that you'll, survive the hit. At least gives you a chance to survive rather than just instantly dying to it. Because there's going to be a lot of damage pressure later on. Like obviously where we're at right now, it's barely any damage. But as we get a little deeper, it definitely gets up there in damage. I keep just casting that, hoping we have alignment. Like almost every time I do. I keep casting it like a Zoogoth. I keep just assuming, because I use Zoogoth so much, like, oh, if I cast a Skull Spam, they can't follow up on me. Because I'm so used to doing Zoogoth, where if you completely miss, it's like, oh yeah, it's not a big deal. But then there's like every other thing in the game where it's like, oh yeah, you kind of can't miss with skulls, otherwise you just instantly die. I sometimes forget that due to how much I use Zoogoth build. Also, hello Dragor, hello Malicious, hello Dronian, hello Roman, hello Draco, welcome everyone. Hope all has been well. No, he's gonna poke us with the thing, that's fine. Yeah, we'll go for poke. And we'll get our double poke. Oh, we don't have a Cascade there. I'm still just gonna take all the mana. That's so much mana. Fortunately, there's no way to take that for extra turn. Oh, sorry, what was being asked? I didn't see the question. A quick question. What is the second best Explore 12 team? Not the Scorpius or Yali. I don't know. I normally run Flamer for Zoogoth, or any other variant of it. Is what we normally run. Yeah, I personally don't use the Scorpius or Yali build. Though it is still pretty good. I just prefer running Zoogoth. Also, I'm pretty sure Zoogoth is quicker, time-wise. Oh, the other one's a nice change of pace. Though my new change in pace team is now the Wild King team. I think we still have it saved as one of our options as well. We showed it in that one Monday video. But, as well as that weekend before. But it's actually pretty strong. It's rare that we get a mythic that's actually viable. Because a lot of mythics we tend to get, they've definitely been mixed on viability. And by mixed, I mean, we've been getting a lot of bad mythics lately. But Wild King was quite a change of pace in that regard. As he's actually pretty good. I almost keep forgetting we even have these gargoyles. This team basically doesn't even touch them. Because we don't actually have a way to deal with them with this team unless we just get lucky with a Doom Skull. Which is something we have to consider for next Guild War, because it's actually really important to make sure we have an option for it. For the good and bad gargoyles. Especially if the enemy has no option for it. That's even more of a reason to have an option for it. Because they won't be able to take it, but then you can. But if both of you can't take it, then that's going to be kind of awkward. Though that can end up happening depending on the team. Especially given that double converters into book. Actually, well, if nothing else, that might actually help Guild War slightly. Because double empower into book actually has no way to properly take the gargoyle gems. Which isn't too big a deal for that team because it's already so strong, but it technically does not have a proper way to take gargoyle gems. Oh, I should have taken that purple first. Luckily Zoogoth's dead, so it doesn't really matter. Oh no. I keep casting that just assuming we have an option. And almost every time we actually don't have an option. As long as they don't like reverse, inverse kill us, it doesn't really matter too much. Like the button or Elisa will summon the bots. Yes, definitely feel free to leave a like on the stream. Helps out a lot and is greatly appreciated. I don't know, we've been doing pretty good on bots since we changed the format. However, they still find a way to get through sometimes, which is actually quite amazing. Even though we have that limitation thing on it, they still find a way through. They're always lurking, apparently. Your Explorer 12 team is Bala, the Rabbit, a proxy. I haven't used Arc Proxy for a while. The only big problem with Arc Proxy is that it doesn't have any extra gem spawn, which almost makes Lord of Slaughter better in some situations. I believe she was originally going to get it and then they removed it from her out of concern that it'd be too broken. Because I could have sworn she was supposed to have it before she launched, but then didn't end up having it. Out of concern it'd be too broken. I don't feel like it would have been. Like, if they just made her mana cost like 32 instead of 30, I think they could have given her a few gem spawns. Like 3 of them. Oh, I didn't go. There it goes. I gotta be careful. That Valraven's actually in the safest possible location where it could possibly be. So, though then, in all fairness, in Gems of War, the 3rd location is pretty much always the safest location. But particularly for the team we're using right now, because we don't actually have a proper way to target out 3rd slot in any way. So it's pretty much just a skull team. Even though it has other things on it, it's basically just a kill from the top, work its way down kind of team. Why did I click the wrong ability? This is not what I wanted. It's still gonna work out. But luckily he didn't just massively gain full mana out of nowhere. Otherwise we'd be very dead there. Stop taking extra turns, please. Thank you. Now just give me a skull somehow. Somewhere's there. Come on, one poke. He's so close to death. Just poke him. Just poke him. There you go. Yeah, Lord of Slaughter's fun. Honestly, any of those like Doom Skull, Uber Doom Skull mechanics, they're a lot of fun to see at a board cycle. Very fun mechanic. I normally don't use it for Explore though, because it's kind of slow compared to some other things. Like, it's not super slow, but comparatively it's slower. Gosh, can we ever get alignment on extra turn? I keep casting it because it doesn't really matter too much because they're not actually going to be able to kill us at this level range. But it is having a really... Oh wait, we never had that icon? But it's having a really high rate of backfiring. I did not realize we never had the icon for... Gosh, why can I not remember her name? Queen Isabella. But yeah, I did not realize we never had her icon. Apparently we do now. There's the blue orb. And apparently we're almost done with the event as well. Oh, that reminds me. Did the guild ever finish World event? They have not. I guess we'll help them. Might as well. Let's go assist with the World event. It's another Skull Spam team. A lot of Skull Spam teams this week. And oddly enough, they're actually good. Like the options that we have for a lot of these modes this week. Like sometimes when we have Skull Spam only options, like they're horrible. But the options we have this week for Skull Spam actually are pretty good. Which is a nice change of pace compared to the very, very, very annoying times where it's like, hey, you gotta use Skull Spam, but we're not gonna give you any good option. Luckily this time we do have to kind of run Skull Spam, but it gives us some really good options for both. Technically for the other one, you don't have to run Skull Spam. For the earlier battles, AoE is definitely pretty nice, but you are eventually going to reach a point where Skull Spam becomes more viable. Quickly approach that point. But yeah, we might start covering Friday videos for the weekend things. We already kind of do with some things. However, we might just cover it for everything now. Though I don't think we'll have a separate video for things like the class and stuff like that. That will just be mentioned in the Monday video itself. We're actually gonna for this one, oddly enough. I just give him that one extra turn skull there, but he is frozen, so it doesn't really matter too much. Speaking of which, why does our damage output feel like it's so low all of a sudden? I'm gonna risk book. Oh wait, it didn't do any because he has no blue. No! Oh gosh, I keep forgetting that. I'm so used to... I always keep thinking book has a default amount of gem spawn, but it actually has 0 spawn if it doesn't have anything that meets the condition, which is something I kind of forget about a lot of times. Because normally, realistically, if you're using book, you're using against a 4x team. And if not a 4x team, you know, generally the enemy has some of that color. However, that's not the case. It actually needs at least one of the color to do any amount of spawn. Otherwise, it does almost nothing. It's one of those weird weapons where if it doesn't meet its condition, it's like near useless. But when you're using it in a fight where it does meet its condition, it's just broken beyond belief. As is Guild Wars. As is the entirety of Guild Wars with books. But that's because you're forced to have to use a pure color that can easily hard counter. Keeper, can you actually get good alignment? That'd be great. Really weird board this time around. Very, very weird board. How on earth do we still have no option? He has a blue this time, so we might just risk it. Fortunately, pretty much for a miss. However, it does give us alignment, which allows us to kind of just kill out the rest of the team then pretty easily. Read the book, and you'll know about the weapon. Oh, let me take care. The good old book weapon. Oh, he just created skulls for us to go kill him with. That's convenient. I'm not sure why I want to deny here, though. I actually want to deny yellow, I think. Yeah, that seemed to have worked. And now we have double keeper. We already had alignment there. I just wanted denied for value. Because we're trying to hit enough skulls to kill him out completely, ideally. And that is enough. Way overkill at that point. But I'll take it. There we go. Also, I'm not sure why, but lately, every single time there's like a game I want to go play, there's always like 2 of them that come out the same week. Because this week, that one game we were streaming earlier today, it comes out in a week from today, as well as Fall Guys both launch this next week. The game we were doing earlier in the week from now, and Fall Guys on this Tuesday. But any of you who haven't played Fall Guys, are you going to be trying it when it goes free to play? We're still ignoring it. Kind of like how Diablo's Immortals is. I've heard way too many horror stories, though. I haven't actually tried playing the game yet. Though, if anything, the game we're going to be doing, that we did today and we'll be doing next Friday, basically is Dark Diablo 3. Like, it's the same genre, kind of. Just a much, much different setting. And it's a pay-once game rather than constantly. Let's see. Yeah, whatever. Also, thank you for finally having a blue team that I can actually hard counter. Very convenient. Fall Guys all the way. I'm pretty hyped for its launch. Though I hate the way that they're redoing the economy of the game. But I already have so many skins in the game that I probably won't care too much. That they're kind of doing it that way. So we'll take that out when we win. Could Flay Off Guard make a good red offense team? It does fill the durability gap in red. One issue red has always had is lack of durability. Like, there's a lot of damage sources in red, but it normally lacks mana accumulator and durability. And that new weapon actually does both those two things, which is kind of interesting. So I'm pretty sure Yellow Day will be fine without it. There's already so many options for Yellow. But I could definitely see it being used for Red Day. Not with any other Sword's Edge troops on your team, but simply as a Barrier Bless option that has mana accumulation attached to it. That alone is going to make the new weapon that came out today pretty good for Red Guild War. So I'm curious to see how that pans out. Because that could be kind of like the new way to tank in Red Guild War then. You're still going to struggle against double in power, but realistically, so is almost everything. You can also go a power of your own to counter, depending on what the team is. Red is one of those weird days as well, where sometimes people run teams that actually create a bunch of reds. Of course, that can happen because of book as well. But also just to overwhelm the board with a red before you can kind of get going. The other one that's pretty popular is denying blue on Red Day. Because of that one Zugoff red team. So some teams actually just go full in denying blue. Also because it's a really good double in power option. Oh no, why did I do that? Oh, I hate when I do that. It's, you should try not to convert the color you already have a convert for. So we already had green to skull convert, but accidentally used the thing to convert green to skull. Luckily, we get to still utilize it there. Oh, what Diablo-like game? Oh, I was referring to the game we were playing earlier. It's not really Diablo in the Diablo sense, but it's still like hack and slash genre. It still has random loot and all that. Though obviously still quite a bit of a different game. Even though they're both technically a hack and slash. Which is a genre I don't normally play too often, hack and slash. Though I don't mind grindy hack and slash. Because I love grindy games. You don't need more games. There's so many lately. So many. I have such a long backlog that I feel like I will never get around to. Up, and we're out of battles. And the guild will do the rest. Okay, so that's done. Guild will handle whatever else we still need for that. Let's go clear out dailies real quick and then we'll hand out a code. Oh yeah, I'm trying to sell some summer imps today. Actually, only a singular summer imp. Definitely not worth it. I thought that was like enough to max it or something. Nope, just a single copy. sskszklipbomb! Welcome again. Welcome. Hope all has been well. Yeah, we'll hand out a code as soon as we finish out the dailies then. And I will mess with Explore 12 the rest of the time. Because I believe we've done everything we need to do. World events done, raids done. And next week we have the 100th Guild War. I should probably prep some kind of video for it as well. Especially since we're probably going to be busy streaming like literally all day, every day that week. Because Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, we're like maxing out the battle pass for Fall Guys. Like we might be doing 3 12-hour streams, we'll see if I'm up for it. But then on Friday, we'll be doing the launch night for the game we were just playing today. And then probably doing that for Friday, Saturday, and Sunday until the game's done. Also, I was going to stream it again tomorrow. I don't think I will. Because if it's anything like it was in the original game, it's actually easier if you just play through the versions off your same starting file. So I'm probably just going to leave where we left it. and then just make sure everything's good to go on that file for launch. So we're probably not going to stream it again tomorrow. Because it's going to be way more efficient if we just do one house at a time, rather than all of them progress slowly. Because we did that the first time, and it kind of got clunky with the storyline. It's better just to knock them all out one by one. Especially since after you complete out the game, you basically do like a new game plus that makes it even quicker to go through everything. When Fall Guys relaunches, you take it that that's when the pass starts. Oh yeah, that's when the Season 1 pass will start. And I think it costs $10, or if you already had the game, free. However, once you buy it once, if you do the pass, you actually perpetually have it forever. Which I wish more games would actually do that. While I hate most things that they're doing with the economy for that game in the next patch, one thing that's really nice, which I wish more games would do, is there's enough resources in the Battle Pass to rebuy the Battle Pass. It costs 950 of the currency, which is, you know, pretty much like 1 cent each. But you get 1,200 in return. So if you complete out all or most of the pass. So as long as you're completing out the pass, you're actually getting the pass back for free every season. Which is pretty convenient. Though we don't know how long it's going to take to complete out the pass. Could be a very long time. Oh, sorry, Gerudo. What was your question? Let's see. Question. If the books are not yet fully maxed, is it worth using it in Guild War? No. It's generally not. Like, you still can, but they're missing the mana drain, and one of the most effective things about the books is the mana drain. Like, you still could, but they are substantially weaker without their drain. To a point where they're almost not even a threat anymore. Because like 90% of the reason you even run book is because of the mana drain. Because it can loop skull spam while looping infinite mana while mana draining. It's not like a perfect loop, so when it fails, it needs that mana drain to make sure the enemy doesn't start going crazy with all the mana. Because generally, you're creating a bunch of their color. So once it finally fails, you're feeding the enemy a lot of color. So you need them to already be drained so they don't go too crazy with value. But yeah, the books without mana drain are quite a bit worse. Which is one pretty unfortunate thing about them, because not only do you need the books, well, you don't need them, but you know, not only do having the books are helpful, but if they're not maxed, their value is so much worse. To the point that it's almost worth not using them. But that becomes a problem because it's so hard to max them in the current state of the game. With how Tower of Doom currently works, only being once every 11 weeks. I'm still surprised they haven't fixed that yet. The whole once in 11 weeks thing. They said they were going to, and then never added any feature for it, which is kind of weird. Anyways, let me go give all you guys a code. 1 second. Let me go put it into the almighty code section. If I can find where the code section even is. Oh no, that's where my troop files were from earlier. Whoops. Clicked on the wrong one. That's where I get all my files from. For when we make the thumbnails, like the thumbnail we made earlier today for the raid teams video. Let's see. If you want to copy paste the team, they're all in that video as well. But there goes. There's the redeem code used on gemsofwar.com underneath the game code section. Your invite code can be found in your settings menu. Whatever game says in the bottom left corner right over there is what you put for your invite code. Redeem code's right over there in chats. Copy paste a random numbers and letters start with EQQ. And give same order as always. True treasure maps, 1 gem key, 200 souls, and 2,500 gold. There you go. Enjoy. Alright, so let's go and do some Explore 12 grinding then. So let's go over to Galvania, fight. Click on that, and let's go get ourselves some loot. But let's go bring up the total. What are we even at these days? How far are we? How are we doing on Vault Keys? I mean on Mimics. There we go. That is our current Mimic number. Oh yeah, that was something else that was going to happen. That I was kind of joking about earlier, but it's probably actually going to happen. Next week is the 100th Guild War, but we're also going to be getting our 100th Mimic, probably. Because we're currently at 97 total Mimics, as you can tell by counter right over there. Which means next week will be the 100th Guild War and our 100th Mimic, oddly enough. But 100th Guild War is definitely a lot bigger. Yeah, it's kind of funny. We'll be hitting 100 on both next week. I know, we need that Arachne Weaver upgrade. Yeah, we're doing that on Monday for the, we'll also be handing out a bunch of codes next week. But we're upgrading it for the 100th Guild War as our second mythic ever upgraded with a 100% chance. Yeah, I know, we need to make up for those Nishas. We're gonna have to spend 5 Nishas, because we're gonna use 3 Anus, then 5 Nishas. Specifically in the order of 3 Anu, 2 Nisha, 3 Nisha. For first, second, third level. I was about to take that skull. I just stole the skull for myself. How does that work? Literally just stole the skull for myself. Oh no. Yeah, never mind, that worked out fine. But how many nishes do we even have these days? We got so many when we're hunting for the mythic. Because my focus was so much on trying to get the mythic that I was kind of blindsided to how much other resources we were getting at the time. But it was actually a lot. Like a lot. Like we were basically getting like whole niches per month. We're at yeah, we're at 14 Nisha right now. Yeah, 14. That's a lot of Nisha. We have enough to just full upgrade 2 mythics if we wanted to. Of course, next week we'll be doing that for Weaver. The other one I'm kind of holding out on in case we get a randomly good mythic out of nowhere. Obviously, Wild King was one of them, however, he's not really worth meddling. Like, he's a good troop, but he's not a good enough troop to meddle. You have to consider what kind of benefit they get in return. And a troop like him does not gain much of a benefit for being upgraded in that way. A lot of troops don't. It's mostly just the magic ones that are really exceedingly magic dependent that get really good value from having higher magic. Are the main ones that benefit from having it. Also, why am I doing that? It's quicker just to literally get full mana. Even if we had infinite skulls, it is actually still quicker just to get Zug off because of how little that's going to do damage-wise relative to its full durability. Which is kind of weird how that works out sometimes. Like, even if you could consistently take a skull every few seconds there, it'd still be quicker just to get Zug off up. Just because its base damage is so low. Also, 1 mana short, how unfortunate. Also, we already had the win, but oh well. Let's see. Malicious with all the questions, that's funny. Yeah, those are 2 questions we still never answered. We could answer the terror one sometime. The box one is funnier to never say, though. We mentioned where the tacit part of the name came from, but we never mentioned the other part of it. Also because it's a way longer story that is, like, too complicated to try to mention during a stream. And I never really found a way to word it. Like, it's definitely a way longer story than the whole band one. That could be summarized in, like, a minute or 2. Hey, there's our Mimic. Well, we're at 98. We're almost there. We're so close. We might actually hit it this weekend. There's a good chance we hit it this weekend. Because we don't have too many other things to farm this weekend. I would just spam Explore 12. Because we pretty much finished everything else we need to do. Come on, 5 times Mimic. You know you want to. We're actually way above on rate of 5 times right now. Well, let's make it even higher. Could you imagine? Is this the second one? Is this the one? I will hand out another code if we actually get them. If we get 5 times Anu, 5 times Nisha, and or actually for every single one of those that happens, I will hand out a code. If we somehow get the Mimic and or 5 Nisha and or 5 Anu, we'll hand out a code for every individual one of those things that happen. If any of them happen. There's a good chance none of them will happen. Let's see what we get. Come on, something good. Come on, water break. The suspense. Wait, we've only gotten 14 of these so far. This is like the chest you're looking for when you're doing Explore 12 now. Now, if only it had the content we want. It has the content we want! Well, we're prepping that mythic pretty well. We got the thing. That's our second 5 times Nisha. It is actually rarer to get 5 Nisha than it is to get the mythic, and we've gotten it twice from the chest. That's pretty insane. And that's about misunderstanding something. But the 5 Nisha is actually rarer than the mythic. And we've gotten it twice, and we only got the mythic once. Well, I did say, if we get it, we'd hand out a code. Well, here you go. Another code. I can't not give it for that. That's like 1/12 of the upgrade we need for the Arachnian Weaver next week. Yeah, this is the second time we hit it too. It's not even our first. Let me go hand out another code. There we go. And now we're at 14 total, 5 times. And a pretty good one at that. But there you guys go. There's code number 2, and probably the last code we're doing. Unless we get that lucky again. Anyways, let's go update the Mimic counter. That is now 14 5 times, and a really good one at that. Unfortunately, the other 2 are completely useless, but the Nishas definitely make up for it by a lot, that's for sure. Did I screenshot it? Yeah, probably did, but here, have another. There we go. Oh, this is the upgrade we really want to see. Boom. Oh, it's double Nisha badge. Ooh. And that shows that you got the 5 drop too, because you never do that off a 1 drop. Actually, you can't even do that off a 2 drop. It has to be a 5. Actually, that's not true. You could get it off a 4 if you're exactly on the edge of it. Alright, there we go. Nice. Anyways, let's keep hunting. But yeah, we're one step closer to doing it. Though technically, we're actually still at 14 Nisha. We're just way closer on the badges now. Wait. I'm confused. Oh, no, that's the tokens. I was like, wait, I thought we got 2 badges. We do. That's the token number, not the badge number. I got confused for a second. I was like, wait, didn't I get 2? But we do have 2. It's just that's showing tokens, not badge. Tomorrow we'll have another Nisha. Which at this rate we might get. At this rate. Maybe. Yeah, so good to see those lucky chests. They don't happen too often, but it feels really good. It's still one of those like drops in the game that just feel insane. Like mythics don't quite feel the same in that regard anymore after you like have so many resources. But like the 5 times Nisha, those are still like insanely good when they happen. Like they still have like that really high rarity aspect to them, where it's amazing when you actually finally get them. And we've gotten it twice now. The streamer look. Yeah, I'm not sure why, but our rate of 5 times seems to be way above. Because assumably if it's a 10% chance that you get one every single time you get a chest, We should only have roughly 9 of them right now, and we have 14, which means we're like 50% above odds, which is actually kind of insanely above as far as how well we've been doing on it. Because after 84, realistically, you should have 9, 8 or 9, more so likely 9, as far as 5-time chests are concerned. But we somehow hit 15 at that time, unless it's not a 10%. But last I recall, it is a 10% chance. We're just really lucky on it. Unless it's a 20%, in which case we're unlucky. But I'm pretty sure it is a 10%. Unless someone's data mined the exact value. Hey, Nano, nice. Getting all the tokens. Should you count when you talk about luck and unlock as the same thing? What are you even counting with them? I actually completely forget. Oh, I was hoping for Skull for Sky. Gotta try for them. Even though it's more likely, like way more likely you won't get it than do get it, the times it actually hits is so worth it. Like, if there's not a downside to taking it, you should take them whenever you can. Like those Sky Gem Cascades, and just try for the RNG of getting lucky. Because eventually you're gonna get lucky. You statistically eventually have to hit it at some point. Oh wait, why did I think that was enough damage? Whoops. I was doing that like, it'll kill him. Oh, I just realized I'm in Golvania. That's not where I want to be. I'm not sure how, but I just now noticed. I don't know, maybe we go back to Golvania. The loot's been insane in Golvania. Let me go back. I know that has absolutely no effect on the loot. But Golvania has been too good to us tonight to not keep doing it in Golvania. Gotta stick with Golvania. I just now realized we're doing Golvania though. We've been doing this for like 10-15 minutes, and I just now realized that we're farming in Golvania. It's still a pretty good farm location. Just gotta worry about like European stuff. And also the slight immune to burns that we saw in that one battle. Which normally isn't too big a factor, but it does come into play occasionally. Also, can I please have a win condition? That'd be great. It really does not want me to get mana. We're gonna get Zugaf before we... we somehow fill a 32 mana cost Zugaf before we fill a 6 mana cost Thrall. Amazing how that works sometimes. And what's even funnier is Zugaf uses purple, which means we got 32 mana cost on Zugaf off of just red-blue before we even took a single purple. On Green Day, Graveseer and Weaver kill range due to Fairy Fire. You also would have wept Thrall. I'm trying to think of what you mean by that. Yeah, Graveseer can be a problem. There's always like an Empower for every day that ends up becoming a problem. There's almost like no Guild War day safe from Empower meta. I really want to see them make a Guild War where Empower is banned, just to see what would happen. Because I'm really curious what the meta of Guild War would be if you can't offensively or defensively use an Empower option. Trying to take skulls as if that's actually going to kill him. We're literally getting Zugov before we get the final skull. I'm not sure why I bother taking skulls in those situations. Like, you know Zugov's just going to win. It's just a waste of time taking skulls. You're basically just taking 0 manas towards Zugov. Because once your hero dies, you might as well just go all in on just win with Zugov. And just ignore skulls are even there. Only exception to that is if somehow their whole team is alive by the time your hero dies. Which can happen occasionally, but very rarely. Oh, I already had full mana, whoops. Doing it to get full mana as we have full mana. Ah, double Yasmin, boo. I can't really complain. Our luck is off the charts this stream already. I'm pretty sure that's the worst chest we've gotten all stream was the double Yasmin though. Just because they've all been so good. Like all empowers are reduced to 75% for a week. That would still be somewhat problematic, but obviously way less problematic than empower. It would likely just be easier if they just made it so they couldn't be used. Make the troop available, just no empower. Actually, that would be an interesting Guild Wars format. It's normal Guild War, but everything starts at 0 mana, regardless of mana start. Like, it doesn't matter if you have half mana start, 20%, anything like that. A Guild War where just everything starts at 0 mana, regardless of traits or medals. That would be kind of interesting. Everything having to start from base value. It would definitely make Guild War slower. Though that's not necessarily a bad thing. Due to how ultra hyper offensive Guild War currently is. Like sometimes that would be bad if you made something slower. That is like one of the few situations where being slower on it would be very beneficial to the gameplay. Because currently it's like whoever gets rolling first just auto wins. And while that would still be the case regardless how much mana start you have, the problem with high mana starts is you get to that point within like a few turns rather than it taking several turns. So there's a lot less leeway because the enemy could just get lucky on turn 1 and then just auto win. Because you don't have any control of the starting board. Sorry for purple off the sky. Did not get it, though we got some other value there, which is nice. Got a Gemini. Gonna drop us a good chest? You know you want to. How about a 10 Nisha? Double or nothing, no. Could you imagine? I was kind of joking. Is Adji gonna give it to me? Could you imagine we get a 5x chest again and it gives us 10 Nisha? That'd basically be 2 whole Nisha medals in one stream. That would definitively be the most amount of Nisha we've ever gotten in such a duration of time. We have hit like 7 Nishas, like 1x Nishas an hour before though. That's pretty funny. However, if we even get a 5x Nisha here, that'd be the most amount of Nisha we've ever gotten in that duration of time. Because that'd be 10 in 20 minutes. Maybe even 15 minutes. You know you want to. Come on, 5x chess. Or at least something good in this 2x. Okay, it's only a 2x. Only. Let's see. Hey, double Anu! I'll take it. Not exactly what we want, but also not horrible. There it is. Double Anu. Does this keep going? Yeah, some pretty good luck. Anyways, let me update our number. Well, apparently we're not going to hit 100 on the 100th Guild War week because we might hit 100 tonight. Though, how about this? If we somehow hit the 100th chess tonight, we'll hand out an extra code. Actually, whenever it happens, we'll probably hand out an extra code for the 100th chess. That's a pretty fun milestone. And that might happen tonight at this rate. We're probably only going to farm for about another 10 minutes, so probably a few more chests. Though with how lucky we've been, I almost want to keep farming. Gotta cash in that luck while we still have it. We have a very high luck stat today, apparently. Oh, don't double skull me. I needed that to win. Well, we don't need it to win, but we needed to win quicker. No, I'm pretty sure I'm saying on purpose. Saying what? I'm still not sure what you're tracking again. Whenever I say luck. Does me saying RNG count as me saying luck? Because I feel like I say RNG a lot. But I don't feel like I say luck that often. Or at least comparatively. Hey, another... Got another Nisha. That's 6 Nishas in about 20 minutes. Come on, we might break our record. Yeah, that's 6 Nishas in 20 minutes. So in all fairness, technically we've only found 2 because one of them was a 5x. So in theory we found 2. Though in actuality we found 5. I mean 6, I mean. Oh, I thought that was aligned. I'm not sure why I thought that was one lower than it was. Whoops. Are you gonna try for 30-0 in a week? Next week? Oh, we can sure hope. If it's actually gonna happen, probably not. Obviously, technically every Guild War we're trying for 30-0. There's never a single Guild War where that is not necessarily the goal. It just normally doesn't happen. But obviously, theoretically, every Guild War we are trying for 30-0. It's just us trying and it actually happening are 2 different things. I killed the one with a need to burn before I forget again. Oh, I did that. I'm pretty sure we already had the win condition. Luckily he got double poked by Skull for the ultra overkill. Yeah, at this rate, we might get all the material we need to upgrade a single Arachnian Weaver just off this weekend, which would be really funny. Probably not going to get all of it, but if we can get a single Nisha this weekend, that'd be pretty cool. We already got 3 pieces of it, or 6 pieces of it. 2/3 of it, because we got 6 Nishas. Another 3. Yeah, we might try playing it very, very, very slow and overhaul our team like literally every single time, and double ultra check like every single statistic, and spends like literally the entire hour stream doing nothing but Guild War, meticulously practicing every single possible instance, literally fighting our team that they're using against ourselves, and stuff like that. But yeah, we might play it ultra slow to see if we can actually do it. Though we will ultimately die to a very bad starting board. Like, we could plan everything and then still die off a starting board. Just due to starting board RNG. Yeah, we might play next Guild War ultra slow. Hey, another Anu. Like, every other chest is just an amazing drop tonight. It's pretty nice. Too bad they're not always like this. It'd make things so much easier if our average loot was like what it was tonight. Honestly, that should be what it gets buffed to. Like, if you can get the amount of loot we've gotten already every single night, that'd be so insane. Every single day that you farm for just a little bit. Like, that's a lot more where it should be paced if you actually want to, like, upgrade everything in the game. The problem is you can go entire weeks without getting a single Nisha. Even though we got 6 today. I'll throw that down. Sure, we'll throw a flamer for there. Actually, we could pull that real quick. I'm actually kind of curious. On average, how many Nishas would you say you get per month? Or maybe I should say it per week. Yeah, probably per week. Because I feel like you would generally farm on a weekly basis, not necessarily on a monthly. So it's easier to track it that way. Yeah, let me go make a poll for that real quick. Let's see. Create a poll. How many Nishas do you... Nisha tokens, I should say. Nisha tokens do you tend to find per week? Question mark. I'm gonna have 0 as an option. 1 to 2. 3 to 5. And then 6 plus. Which is basically, even at 6 plus, I believe that is slightly slower than the rate at which you need to be farming. Well, obviously 6 plus, like the higher range of that obviously is fine. But you basically need to get like a Nisha every single day to keep up with the rate of mythics coming into the game. Even that I think is slightly too slow, a Nisha per day. But how many Nisha tokens do you tend to find per week? Yeah, I think that poll range is fine. There we go. It is the poll. Curious what it comes out to. Obviously it can vary quite heavily. It's more so average than outliers. I would say our average is probably 3 to 5. Though there are definitely weeks we hit like 0 or 1. But there's also weeks like today where we literally hit 6 in under half an hour. Which has happened to us several times before. Oh yeah, he's not burning it anymore. Can I please find the win condition? That'd be great. Would like 1 win condition, please. Thank you. I like how 0's currently winning. In all fairness, 0 is also there for people who just don't farm it to begin with. Because there probably are some people who just don't do Explore 12, or Explore in general. Because niches can only even drop on the higher level Explorer. I think Explorer 9 is like the lowest you could do. However, it's always viable just to do it on 12 if you're looking for anything high rarity. I think we're going to make this next one the final chest. Let's see what we get here. Yeah, it's definitely possible to go a while without Anisha. Like, we've actively farmed every single day before and have gone over a month without Anisha. And then we have streams like today where we hit like a billion Anishas in a very short duration. They're very sporadic, that's for sure. Their consistency is near non-existent. Like, on a lucky week, we can easily hit, like, 2 niches in a week. Though we can also go 2 weeks with 0 niches. And by 2 niches in a week, I mean 2 whole medals, not even tokens. That would be 18 total tokens. And to keep up with the rate of mythics coming into the game, you would need to get roughly... What does it come out to? You have to get basically 1.5 worths of mythics niches in a month. So that's how many medals? You need 27 plus like 13, so like 40. So you'd have to get minimum 1 nisha per day. Technically slightly more than 1 nisha per day to keep up with the rate of mythics being added to the game. And that's not even far passing it. That's just literally keeping up with it. Though that does assume you're going only for 100% rates. That does not put into consideration that you're RNG rolling any of them. That's only putting into consideration that you're always going for 100% chance. But at always going for 100% chance, you would have to get slightly more than 1 nisha per day to just keep up with the rate of mythics coming into the game. So hopefully they will tweak that some in the future, like to make them a little bit easier to get. Obviously we got that with the mimics, which is nice. However, obviously the mimics don't cover everything. They can help. But getting a 5x niche on is pretty rare. We've only hit it twice after all the farming we've been doing. There's probably still people who haven't hit it a single time. A lot of people. Because actually, I'm pretty sure it is rarer to get the, like we already can see how low the achievement is. But I'm pretty sure it is rarer to get a 5x Nisha than it is to get this mythic. And this mythic is at probably still 0.1, at least on PC anyways. Yeah, it's still, oh no, it's actually at 0.2 now. Hey, it moved up. You know what? That's actually really weird. How few people have bothered upgrading their factions? This is something I don't understand about the Underworld. Is how is this one so low, the 50,000 total renown? And how is this one the lowest in the game? Unlock a single power potion? Or level 200, while that is hard, that's not, like, super hard. Like, it's definitely not harder than finding that mythic. I can tell you that much. I find that kind of weird that it's not higher. Like, I don't expect it to be too high. Like, I definitely don't expect it to be, like, 1% or higher. But the fact is 0.1%? That's really low. But there we go. 2 tokens of Arania. There we go. Anyways, I think I'm happy. We found 6 niches this stream, a few Anus, a bunch of Aranias. There's the redeem code for the second code we handed out earlier. Anyways, I'll be back tomorrow night. Tomorrow night we will be getting, hopefully, our 100th Mimic. Aside from that, I'll probably just be messing around with a few other things. But our main goal probably for tomorrow night is to find the 100th Mimic, because we're currently at 99. So that's probably going to be our main goal tomorrow. And then on Sunday we'll go over all the spoilers and go from there. As far as midday stream, I might actually not have one tomorrow. Though on Sunday we might do Pokemon, because I wasn't able to do it earlier because I was kind of sick the other day. So I still kind of want to do that this weekend, because we're going to be busy with like a billion other games next week. Though that and the 100th Guild War as well, because next week Fall Guys launches on Tuesday. So we'll be doing that Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and then the game we played today we'll be doing probably Friday, Saturday, and Sunday next week until we finish it out. That'll pretty much be the game plan. Anyways, guys, I'll catch you guys soon. Hope you all have a wonderful, wonderful weekend. Best of luck with everything, and hopefully you can get as lucky as we did on the mimics. I'll catch you guys soon. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching. Oh, also, if you need any help for the raids, we covered a video on it earlier today, which we normally don't do, but if you need any info, it's in that little video. And I'm trying to make it as short as possible. Could have probably made it closer to 5 minutes. I think it came up to 6 minutes, mostly because I rambled at the end, kind of like right now. But anyways, catch you guys later. Goodbye, everyone, and thanks for watching.